Friday, December the 9th, 2022, and I'm out in a frosty Cambridgeshire, Shepreth, home of the animal sanctuary or wildlife park, just over here on my right. I've done doing a local one today because of the pretty cold weather, and it's pretty short as well, about 8 mile today. We'll be going via Fowlmere, which says a lot about the area. This is a country walking magazine walk. Their Fowlmere walk, F-O-W-L, and there is indeed an RSPB reserve en route. So we've got a cracking day, which is good. But as I say, it's a little bit fresh, to say the least. What little breeze there is from the northwest, so that's okay. Train was 10 minutes late or so today, so it's around 11:30 now. Plenty of time to complete what I've got planned today. So let's crack on. Have a look at this low-lying Cambridgeshire land. We have height range today between sort of 50 foot and 150. So tells you a lot about the low-lying fens. Let's press on. The walk doesn't actually start at Shepreth station, but I've adapted it slightly because we're only 5 minutes away from the GPX track, so not a big deal. Lost about 5 minutes waiting for the barriers to go up and down. Several trains went through. And immediately in front of the railway station you've got the entrance to the wildlife park. Very small one. They do a bit of hedgehog rescue as well, from what I read. Passing the village hall. And immediately opposite a thatched house. Sign of the former vegetation around here. Passing the village green on my right here. Looks like a former mill house there, as I'm stood on possibly the River Reed here, I'm not sure, but this becomes the Cam, if that is the case. Cambridge being very close, and this is a very busy commuter village. 2 stops away from Cambridge here. Another thatch as we turn off right from Station Road to follow this footpath marker towards Foxton and Barrington. Yeah, and another thatch over there. Now at this juncture, which isn't far after the other one, take the right towards Foxton. The public footpath isn't always clear just through these houses, but with a GPX you can get through. And as you can see here, as we leave the houses behind us, a very hard frost. Passing either a substantial private lake or a fishing lake of some kind. It's well protected anyway. Then on through a short woodland section, ivy predominating here, appropriately at Christmas. Got a busy A road ahead of us, the Royston Road, where we then do a right and follow a B road by the looks of it. And this is also a busy road into Foxton. Another village of thatch. Interesting character up on the roof there. Un renard. Passing the green here in Foxton. No village sign here though, unlike in Shepreth, but I was unable to film it because the sun is so low it was in the way. Might get it later. And as you'd expect in this kind of village, a Victorian box here. Looking back at the green, shortly after we do a right, following this path down Caxton Lane to Fowlmere. And hopefully we'll be able to get away from the traffic. Surprisingly busy up here, but then again Cambridge is a burgeoning city these days. Passing a frosty pew with a view here and an information panel just behind it that I'll have a look at. There is the view with Foxton Church in the distance. Lots of solar panels on roofs around here, as you'd expect from Cambridge residents, being a science park area. Well, can't see a thing, completely frosted over. Quite amazing, look at that. Real hard frost that. Around 85 foot here, and once again you can see from the new houses how development is happening up here as well. Now there is a slight diversion here over this stile through this wood onto West Hill. Can't see from looking at the map what the purpose of it is, and in any case getting over this stile is problematic because of this tree. Needs trimming back, so I'm sure I'll bother with that. And yet immediately opposite they have one of the nice circular aluminium kissing gates that should be where the stile is behind me. It's almost as if I don't want you to go in there, very oddly. About 50 yards on, however, there is a circular kissing gate into the wood next to another seat. Donated by Cambridge Ramblers, interestingly. Information panel here from Leaf, L-E-A-F. Following a fairly decent track now across big sky country. A few sheep over there in the distance and a dog walker with a pack of dogs behind me, annoyingly. Okay, having crossed some cereal fields, come through this broken gate into this copse where we do a right into the village of Fowlmere, where I was planning to have my lunch at the church. Let's see what the facilities are like, because there are picnic tables also further on in the walk at the RSPB's visitor centre, which is closed today. Another thatch in Fowlmere, sold by Savills. The map indicates a pub here, but as you can see, another victim of a recession. Which one I don't know. It's now a residential house by the looks of it. Well, in fact, no, it's a Montessori school. Immediately opposite, you have what appears to be another pub, or former pub, that is now an Indian restaurant. And just outside the former pub, you've got this old village pump with a seat here, which could be handy in the rain, donated by John and Mary Ginty. With another memorial above. Yeah, interesting. And then just in front of this memorial, you've got another memorial for VEVJ Day. God rest their souls, eh? And that is opposite the village memorial there. God rest their souls. As the last of the dam busters died yesterday, one of the guys that used to lay on his stomach in the floor of the plane and instruct the pilot when to drop his bombs. What a job, eh? And we think we've got it bad today. No way, my man, no way. So it looks like once upon a time there were 3 pubs in this small place. Just passing the Checkers here on my left. You can see how far that one dates back. 1675. Fantastic, eh? But slowly but surely the economy is hitting these places and they're falling victim. So they do need supporting, albeit they're a bit pricey at the moment. So there is an information panel here about Fowlmere's historical buildings and wildlife, but once again it's frosted over. This is just outside the village church, and God knows what that noise is in the background. It's incredible. Come out for a nice peaceful country walk. It's been very noisy thus far. Thank God for that. One door bricked up here, or flinted up in this case. Again, lots of flint. Thinking back to the Brandon Walk where they manufactured it. And this church is actually another St Mary the Virgin. Now I've found a quiet little seat here in the corner. Bit of sunshine on it. It's around 1 o'clock. So I think I'll have my lunch now, seeing as this is a short walk. In memory of William Jeffrey Aldous. And he was the chairman of Fowlmere Parish Council. Died in '96. God rest his soul. Thanks for the seat. Okay, 1:30. Lunch is, well, just gone. Lunch has been had. Very pleasant it was. Joined by very friendly Robin. Who obviously appreciated my crusts. Shouldn't really be eating them, but just shows how cold it is really. Anyway, let's press on. Not sure exactly what the collection's for. Possibly Ukraine, judging by these flowers and what have you. Just want to see if the door's open. And that is some solid door. Which obviously is open. Christmas tree waiting to go up. Quite a big church, reflecting its former past here, along with the 3 pubs. Quite a community back in the day. The Dorothy Pluck room. Again with the old cooking facilities there, which is becoming increasingly common now, I notice. Organ opposite. And a clavinova. Nice bit of stained glass there. Looks like some kind of memorial to the Mitchell family. And I don't mean Phil and his brother in EastEnders. There you have it. Bit of information here about that war memorial I filmed earlier. Yep. Lest we forget, eh? I told you Cambridgeshire was a science centre. Well, look at this for a bus timetable. Very good, eh? As long as it's not subject to vandalism, which in a village like this, it wouldn't be. Brilliant. So here we have that same historical buildings and wildlife information panel, but one you can actually just about see. As the temperature is starting to drop, I can feel as well already. So upon leaving Fowlmere, I'm now following this tree-lined road, private road, up to the nature reserve. Trig spot here, which I make 115 foot. So we're approaching the high point of the walk today. And interestingly, the OS map has that at 38 metres, so that ties in once again. Further graves here at the back of the aerodrome, Fowlmere aerodrome. So now entering the reserve, passing the spring hide on my left. I'm now headed towards the Drewer hide with the reed bed hide on my right. Got a very rare chalk stream here, one of only 200 in the country. Obviously down in Hitchin where I live we have 3 or 4, so we're very lucky. And there you have it, the River Shep. Water voles as well. I do hear plenty of field fares on the berries. By all accounts, turtle doves are pretty common here, and that is very unusual for this country. They are on the red list, massive, big time. So whereas the old Christmas carol used to sing about 2 turtle doves, you're lucky if you see 2 these days. It used to be so common. Crystal clear waters here. I can't remember what these, what Fowlmere used to be. A quarry of some kind. I'll have to have a look when I get to the reception area. Wonderful. Apparently maintenance and conservation work is done on this site on a Thursday. So that's probably not the best day of the week to come here. Here is some of said conservation work. Fairly recent as well by the looks of it. Well done. So I'm going to have a little tarry in one of these hides, as soon as it's a short walk and I've got plenty of time today. Yeah, as you can see, some of the birds you might see here. The water rail is seen here as well by all accounts, that being a moorhen there. So here you go, typical bird hide. There is the water rail. Well, that was a pleasant 15-minute or so break. Good to see lots of new trees being planted here. And they're interesting boxes. Never seen those before. Wonder what they're for. Didn't see much of rarity in from the hide. There was a large bird of prey which I believe to be a buzzard. Got swooped by a smaller hawk, possibly a sparrowhawk, but might even have been smaller than that, so I'm unsure. Some of the recent sightings here. I saw some monkjack, but not the fallow deer. Kestrel, yeah, teal. Wednesday the 7th. Kingfisher, wren. Yeah, nothing sort of nothing too rare there really. Information panel here about the reserve. Kingfisher, water rail, southern marsh orchid. Yeah, that is the information point basically. Not sure where these picnic tables are. Let's have a look at the old map. Well, there you go, near the reception area where I was a few seconds ago. Plenty of possibilities here. Bike park as well as we come to the car park. So that's an interesting little place, Fowlmere. When I get older and can't do the distance, this will be an interesting place to return to. Yeah, that'll probably be the future for me when the old legs give up. come to places like this, do a little couple of miles around them, get some tranquility that way. I can see that coming. Talking of getting older, the old ultrasound this week, which I finally had, showed I do have a neuroma, and it's now a case of what do we do next? Whether I go down the conservative path, which obviously I'll try first, and I'll probably start with getting an expensive pair of walking boots with custom orthotics, I should imagine, because they're going to be my last pair, I would imagine now. So it's worth spending money on them, because they'll probably see me out and be the ones I put on top of my coffin, if I can find somewhere to be buried, because I don't particularly fancy cremation. I want to go back the way I came, really, naturally. So there you go, neuroma confirmed, and just awaiting a chat now with a medic to determine which way to go. Anyway, I'm still walking, that's the main thing. Crossing over this river, we'll be walking alongside the River Shepreth, as you can see here. Along this footpath here, through this gate. Interestingly, you've got a pair of egrets out there, little egrets, and they're not far from this chalk stream in front of me. They tend to like chalk streams, I've noticed, as we had a lot of them down near my old place in Ickleford. And a grey heron's just taken off to my left as well. Quite amazing to get a chalk stream in the fens, isn't it? Although there are a few up in Norfolk as well. So it just must be the way the geology works. It is crystal clear though. But as you can see, the frost has not lifted all day. It's been a pretty cold one, but needs must. Got to get my fix every week. Bit of fresh air, wonderful. And there is a very rare white hart. Absolutely amazing. Don't know what sort of deer that is. Fallow. But it is rare. Incredible. Might win the Euro Millions tonight. They bring good luck. I'm on maximum range, which is why it hasn't yet smelt me and bolted. Hence the dodgy focus. Now I can see how far off it is now. Probably a good kilometre. In fact, there it is in the woods. Can't focus on it clearly because the branches are in the way. But that is a sheep. It's a lost sheep by the looks of it. What the hell? Very odd. Knows I'm here now. In fact, there's a pair of them in there. How bizarre. They're not sheep. The legs are too long. What the hell are they? Gotta be deer. How bizarre. Can't work out what they are. Yeah, look at the long tail. I'll have to research what that is. Can't work it out. Definitely deer of some kind, because there's a couple of dark ones as well. I wonder if they're water deer. I'm guessing there, but never seen anything like them. Passing the green man on my left, and I'm not sure where I am at the moment. I'm between Shepreth and Meldreth. Very pleasant new build thatch there, opposite the green man. And I've just come down that path beside it. Now walking alongside the busy A10 for a couple of 100 yards, and that little hamlet behind me was called Dunsbridge apparently. Take this footpath marker beside Cambridgeshire Hotel, move away from the A10 thankfully. Something else synonymous with Christmas, but not so much these days. Mistletoe, which is a parasite, unlike ivy apparently. Passing the church in Shepreth, and I only have about 2 minutes of battery power left, so I've got to be brief. Got it this time. In memory of John Smith, eh? So as I say, my battery's nearly gone flat because of the cold weather. Got about a minute left of battery on this handycam, and it's entirely down to the cold weather.
The train now approaching.
Very decent little walk that. 3 hours 10, 8 miles I made that, and highly recommended. Very cold, decent paths underfoot, not too muddy. As I say, highly recommended. So, don't know if I'll be doing a walk next week because of the rail strikes, but let's see. Just in case I don't, Merry Christmas and happy 2023. Can't be any worse than the last couple of years, so fingers crossed it's much better. However, I might get a walk in yet, so I might be repeating myself next time. Take care.